Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Walker, about to do Week 2 picks with Joe Law. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Walker, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, recovering from being at AEW. I had a good time this week. Thank you, Tony Khan, for making my birthday good. And to all the wrestlers I met, for all you AEW fans out there, I'll see you again at Full Gear in Jersey.
Yeah, and Mr. Hollywood, you were on TV for Dynamite.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
Probably like three rows from on the TV side.
Yeah.
So you had like good seats.
Yeah, I did have good seats. I saved up for VIP. I did good. And then tonight I'm on Collision, which was taped on Thursday. MJF did spit his gum at me, but me and him are cool. So I do not have any heat with MJF because I know what MJF is. So I did not have an issue with MJF does.
Oh, you want one of those fans that would pick up his gum and chew it and say, "This is MJF's gum."
No, I didn't pick it up and chew. He just spat it at us.
Trying to be like Mr. Perfect, huh? When he spit the gum out and
like I said, I don't have heat with MJF. Yes, just what you see on TV. Yes, he does play an asshole. In real life, he is a chill dude when he doesn't have that scarf on.
Oh, I know that. I mean,
I'm talking for our listeners and our viewers out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, he likes the old school heel gimmick where he does heel 24/7, so that's why he's like an ass. But there is times he lets himself down.
Yeah, but he's real chill in real life. And also from the night of the Collision one, which is Stokely. Good luck, you didn't find my car, even though I kept chanting "No hose, no hose, Stokely." You threatened to slash my tires in my car. You never found it.
Yeah, he's a weird guy, that Stokely dude.
Yeah, Stokely, we kept chanting "No hose, Stokely," and I kept chanting it at his face so much he was like, "I'm gonna slash your tires after the show." I was like, "Good luck trying to find my car. What car I drive?"
Right.
He didn't find it. As you can see, my car is in one piece still.
Well, that's good.
I don't think he would have did it. I don't think he would have did it, but I was like in my head, like, "Good luck trying to find my car."
Right. Well, speaking of your birthday, my Eagles kind of ruined your CD Lamb moment.
Well, that's all right. I like I said, I was held under a hot, but I was shocked that Dallas tried, so there was a little bit of potential. So I was not mad at any Eagle fans. Like I said, I didn't get any heat on Facebook because people who know we do this podcast kind of know. I'm not like how I was back in the day living in denial about the Cowboys. I think everybody kind of knows, yeah, I'm not living in denial like I used to.
I will say this, you two did put up a fight.
Yeah, we did. Which I was shocked. I was shocked. Let's get on to one incident, which is the spit incident with Jalen Carter. Now, I don't know if Dak spat first. Now, if he did, then he should be punished too. What did you think about that?
The spitting incident was pre-planned by Prescott because he did spit first.
Okay.
But my thing is, he says he spits all the time.
Yeah.
Why, if you're going to spit, you don't turn your head behind you where no one's behind you to spit there where the only person that's there is the referee, but he's like 5 yards away.
Yeah.
You can spit there. Why do you have to come forward, go between your two offensive linemen, spit in the direction of Jalen Carter that was standing on his side of the ball, wear his shoes, like close to his feet, to give him to think that you're spitting at him, so that's why he walked over to Prescott
and spat back.
And Prescott, we don't know what he said to get him to spit. He just said, you don't have the balls to spit on me, you pussy.
Yeah, like I said, we don't know what occurred between why Jalen spat. Like I said, now I said if Dak did, like I said, I am a Cowboys fan, but I'm not taking up for Dak. Like I said, if Dak did do his time, then Dak got to do his time too. Let the punishment equal the crime on both of them.
And you don't know what he said. He could have said, "You're a murderer."
Yeah, we don't know what occurred between them. We don't know what Dak could have said to him.
Because Dak said what he said in the post game, what was said, but Dak's not going to be like what he really said.
No.
He could have said that, but that makes his image look bad. So of course he's going to say, "Well, I was surprised. Like I couldn't believe he thought I was spitting on." Like he's not going to really tell you. Like, yeah, I call him a fucking murderer and an asshole. So yeah, he's not going to tell you what he really said.
No, he's not. We don't know what was said. So that's the thing. I just know as you're an Eagles fan, I wanted to get your view on it. And Like I said, even though I'm a Cowboys fan, regardless, I don't know what happened.
My view.
What'd you say?
My view is Dak Prescott planned to do that.
I can believe that Dak did that. I could see him do something like that.
Because of the fact he's like, oh, well, I didn't even know I just wanted 15 yards. Well, why did you want 15 yards before the ball was high? So you planned or you knew what you were doing.
No, I think he knew what he was doing. Like I said, I don't know what was said. I was not there. Like I said,
exactly.
if Dak, like I said, if Jalen got punished, then Dak should have got punished too. Both of them should have got punished. At least it would have been equal to crime. Okay, Jalen serves the suspension for this game. Dak's also going to serve a suspension too.
And
let it equal the crime.
If you look closely, Dak is smiling too.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, and I did get a look at it, and I said, yo, I think he planned that.
Yeah, that's what I totally believe. That's what he did. He planned that all out.
Yeah, so like I said, I don't take up for all what the Cowboys do, but I'm not taking up for that.
And they're not getting suspended. Carter just got fined.
Yeah, Carter got fined. He served his suspension for that game. That's what I'm saying. He served it for that game.
The NFL considered that a suspension.
Yeah.
So he's playing against Kansas City tomorrow. But Prescott did get fined too, I believe, but not as much as Carter.
Well, no, but that's why I said both should have had it equal. That's why I said it should have been equal. Like I said, if you do that, like if it was like a regular sporting event, if it was like, okay, you spit on me, I spit on you back, they would have thrown us both out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm not taking up for what Dallas did in that, but I think from when I saw the look on Dak's, but yeah, he had planned that. But like I said, it was a good victory for the Eagles to start off 1-0. Wasn't a shock. Saw a lot that the Eagles do have potential. Same with Dallas, a little bit there. I ain't going for Cowboys fan going as far as saying that Dallas is making the playoffs. It's only one game. And right now we're 0-1, and then we know we play the Smurfs, and we all know how that goes.
Yeah, that's Smurfs.
Yes, and we know the Eagles.
They're playing in Dallas, right?
Yes, they're playing in Dallas.
Yeah.
And we know when the Eagles in the Super Bowl rematch, like I said, and I'm going to repeat and say again, I wish that this game would have been in Philadelphia, and I wish Taylor Swift would have been there so that the whole city of Philadelphia would have booed her ass out the building.
Yeah. But it is Philadelphia, Kansas City weekend because the Phillies are playing the Kansas City Royals and the Eagles are playing the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
But I figured why they did it. Kansas City would have cried like, oh, you got the Chiefs and you got the Royals both in Philly. That's not fair.
Yeah, I know how people are, but that's what that is. But we'll talk about also, as you said, when the Chargers beat the Chiefs, your sleeper team, which I actually can see it. Can the Chargers keep this momentum going? What I don't want to see down the road is and say, same old Chargers, here we go again, Charger in games. So what did you think about the Chargers pulling off the upset of the century?
Well, I won't call it an upset of the century.
Well, I know. I'm just clarifying that because you beat Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying that. Because it's Mahomes.
Yeah. The Chargers played good. I mean, they came out. Everyone thinks the Chargers should be a running team. Mm-hmm. I don't. I think they should be a passing team because they got 3 good wide receivers.
Yep.
And you have the rookie coming out of the backfield. And you got Justin Herbert. Herbert really never had a good receiving core. You got McCaffrey. You got Keenan Allen back.
Yep.
He was playing good for his age.
Yeah, he was playing good for that game. And you have a good running back in Amari and Hampton. And then I literally forget about Herbert that he does run. Because when it got to 3rd and 13, I was thinking, oh, here comes the interception. But then when he ran, I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Justin Herbert actually can use his legs.
Exactly. Last year is when I believe he started running more than what he used to do.
Yeah,
He's good at running the ball.
Yeah, he is. He's very good at it.
He's not a Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, but he can run the ball pretty good. And, you got that, so now people got to worry he's a running quarterback.
Yeah.
And you got Quentin Johnson, who... One game you show up to look great, and they're like, "Oh, that's the first round pick that they took today." Yeah. He's actually playing, and then he'll take off the next 4 weeks, and it's like he's inconsistent.
Yeah.
He plays like he's playing against the Chiefs the Chargers can actually do something, and their defense ain't that bad either.
No, it's not. No. It's very good. So I was very shocked out of that. The Chargers getting a victory, and then for the Chiefs, well, due to Travis Kelce's friendly fire, Xavier Worthy's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
And he messed up a lot of parlays and fantasy owners.
Yeah, that happened to me twice in my parlays. Two guys got injured right out of the gate. Worthy was one, and that parlay went in the trash can like 2 minutes into the game.
Yep.
And then Reed, that got hurt with Green Bay when he injured his collarbone Thursday night.
Yep. And now Austin Eckler's out for the season with a torn ACL. I wasn't able to watch Washington and Green Bay due to the fact I got a last-minute ticket to go to AW Collision, which was taped. Had a good time, even though I was a little disappointed Anna did lose and get pinned. Anna J, if you're listening to this and watch this, I still love you.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Like, I saw the highlights and stuff because I was working. But, yeah, they said that he's pretty much, it was on a non-contact injury, how it happened.
Yeah.
And they lost Payne, I believe, one of their defensive tackles for his tricep. So the Commanders lost two key players to their team Thursday night.
Yeah, they did. And I really thought that the Commanders were going to pull that off because I was like, it's usually games like this last year the Commanders are not supposed to win. And I was thinking, here's the same thing again. But then when there was an impending stat that said no Washington quarterback has ever won in Lambeau, I was like, it's too late now for me to change that pick.
Exactly.
So
I'm going to Packers Thursday night because that defense looks pretty good.
Yeah, they do. And Micah's doing.
Their offense is pretty good too.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, both their offense is doing good. Micah's doing pretty good right now for the moment. I'm just saying it's early. We're just going to wait until we get to big game situations when they have to play Detroit again later down the road, or eventually they do have to play your Eagles in Lambeau, which is eventually that's going to be a big game.
I believe it's in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's in 3 weeks. Yeah, so we're going to see how he does there too. So right now, like I said, I'm not hating on Micah and being, I'm salty great because he's in Green Bay. I'm just saying, no, I just said let's give it some time. I think Micah's a very good player. He's a great athlete. It's just when it comes to big games, he doesn't show up. And just right now, it's only 2 games right now. Let's just wait until we get to the middle of the season and when they got to play a big game, eventually against a good opponent. The Lions right now, that was good.
Here's the thing. 2 things about Micah. One, the Eagles go towards Micah. They don't, other teams like plan to stay away from Micah.
Yeah.
The Eagles go towards them. They run towards it like, well, you're the best. We're coming your way. The Eagles go towards him where other teams will go. And I want to get your take that when Jerry Jones came out and said that the Eagles offered more, you being a Dallas fan and all,
I wasn't shocked.
Accepted the Eagles trade because that would have made your team a little bit more better than just getting 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, and, I don't know what we would have got from Philly. Yeah, I don't know what we would have got from Philly, but I think Jerry didn't want to trade in the division because then it'd be even worse if he would have did that.
You would have got 2 first-round picks, a 3rd-round pick, a 5th-round pick, a 7th-round pick, and a player in return.
Yeah, I don't know what they would have got, but I don't know if that deal would have been made, but it is what it is now. I would have been still shaking my head a little bit, being conflicted. I know he would have did good in Philly, but we don't know now that he's with the Packers. Okay, right now he's played 2 games, so we're going to wait and see what happens down the road.
Right, I'm just saying you as a fan, you only got 2 first-round picks and a defensive tackle in his 30, where the Eagles offered you could have had probably 5 draft picks and a player, which would have made your team a little bit more better.
Yeah, that would have, but we only got 2 out of Green Bay. I think I would have took Philly's deal. At least they would have gave us more. Yeah, so that would have taken that deal, but it's too late now. But it is what it is. We're now playing what ifs.
Yeah, it's out there, but I thought I should ask you since you're a Dallas fan.
No, you good, man. Hold up.
You get your value from Carson.
Yeah, give me a sec here because it knocked off my Bluetooth. Yeah. Give me 1 sec, Joe. My Bluetooth got knocked offline, so I got to put you back on my Bluetooth.
All right, no problem.
They went 2 out of 3. in Milwaukee, too. So who knows? But let's get there first.
All right, there we go. I think we should be back on.
Everything good now?
We should be, because I didn't know my aunt was calling me. She knocked it off.
Family members should know. When we're online, you gotta wait.
Oh, my aunt didn't know. Yeah, she didn't know I'd do a podcast. She didn't know, and she was just wishing me happy
Oh, it's
birthday.
okay. I was just joking.
Oh, no, I know you're joking. Yeah, it was my aunt. That was it. So I think it knocked us off the Bluetooth. That was it. Let me try.
So a lot of last night was Walker Buehler, the Royals. I drove up and it's down a little bit of foul.
All right, let's see.
What though? You had to be
Okay, we're back. You say something to make sure we're good.
last night for the Phillies.
Can you go Eagles?
There we go. I got you.
All right.
Yeah, I know my aunt was going to call me, wish me happy belated birthday, but I'll call her when we get done. I thought I'll talk to you when we get done, okay? So,
Okay.
where were we? Oh, we were talking about that. Yeah, I think we should have took that deal. And also, we can go into other Sunday games that were good, which was the Bengals 1-0. Was this the beginning of that fast start we've been talking about?
How about the run difference?
No, it wasn't because they almost lost to the Browns. It was a squeaker. Remember, I told you week ones are always iffy, week ones and twos, because
Yeah, you're still trying to find your groove.
yeah, you're still playing it all. But yes, the Bengals did do something they haven't done in the past 4 years: is win week one.
Yeah.
But they won barely because, well, the Browns are who we all know are the Browns. The
Yeah.
Browns should have won the game. They had 2 missed field goals.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, Cincinnati, I was shocked a little bit how flat they came out, that offense. I think this week's they'll bounce back and the offense will start playing more because they're playing against Jacksonville. But yeah, but it's good to see Cincinnati, get off the schneid with having bad losing streaks in week one, because they're a team everybody wants to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, because that is a team, yeah, but like you said, it's not just yet but it is a start to what they needed.
Yeah, let's hope they don't do the opposite. Start winning like 7 games in a row, first 7, and they lose the last
8.
The last 10 games.
Yeah, let's hope they don't do the opposite. We don't need that, but this is the beginning of that that start that we were talking about. But let's hope it leads into a positive direction. Also, on the other side, which is our favorite topic, is making fun of the Smurfs, who literally embarrassed themselves against the Commanders.
Yeah, the Smurfs. Hey, I came to them. I thought they would, with that defense, I thought they would, that was one of my upsets last week. But obviously, well, the Smurfs are who we thought they are.
Oh, yeah.
They came out flat. Russell Wilson looked like he is lost. I mean,
well, yeah, the Giants have no O-line. He was getting sacked to hell.
now he's like Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is playing like Peyton Manning. And
that was a shocker. And I was like saying, look, everybody thought, Russ going there would have scared everybody. I said, no, if this was Russ in his prime, like with Seattle, and he would have got traded to the Giants, then we'd be a little bit worried. And I know all of us would have been splitting with the Giants.
Exactly.
We all would have been taking a split with them.
Yeah, they, the Giants are always iffy, though. Like, they're always good on defense. And, I mean, Neighbors, he went off on Brian Daniel. He went off on him because, I think this is Russell Wilson's prove-it game right here.
Yeah.
If the Giants get blown out by Dallas, and Russell Wilson looks like
shit
he did against the Commanders,
yeah,
they'll probably put Dart in by halftime.
I've already stated, me and Wolf did an episode also on Wednesday when I got back from Dynamite. I said, if it gets that bad in Dallas tomorrow, and I mean if it gets like 48, or if Dallas puts up 40 on them, now you have Dak, and Dak has put up 40 against them. If it gets that bad, I would not be shocked Jackson Dart's in by the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
Or worse, which is Fox could do and say, hey, we're going to go to a more competitive game, and we're going to switch to something else.
The Royals, they have 5 straight hits off of Walker.
Yeah, they could. I mean,
He has a
And there's already people calling for Dart.
Yeah, they already are calling for him right now, and I know it's only week 1, but I'm just saying you got to look at Russ overall. Like I said,
The problem is Brian Dubar is dedicated to Russell Wilson.
yeah,
So that's why Russell Wilson has a good bench, because the coach is right by him. He's standing by him.
yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I mean, I like to see. I thought it'd be cool if they beat the Commanders,
Mhm.
but they just came out flat. They had no run game,
No.
pass game.
No.
They had nothing.
They had nothing, and like we said, if Neighbors goes down, what else do you have?
It's a game bet. Your player hits the
Nothing really.
Nothing, and I really feel bad for Malik Neighbors, and I don't want to call this kid a bust.
Nah, and now everyone's seeing what Barkley's issues were when he was there. That O-line is garbage.
Yeah, and that's why he always kept getting injured.
I mean, I hate to say, you guys should have a field day sacking Russ tomorrow.
Yeah, we should sack and Russ, and I can see Dak having a field day with CD because, okay, CD with those drops, I can expect Lamb to have a good game. I said at least maybe 2 or 3 touchdowns he'll get.
Yeah, that's one of my picks. Lamb should have at least 2 touchdowns big time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's going to have either a 2-touchdown game or a 3-touchdown game.
I can see that. Williams, I can see having 2 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, he was very, yeah, Javonte Williams was very good running the ball.
Exactly, yeah. You guys just ran down the field against us at the beginning.
Yeah.
So,
But we'll wait and
but
see.
yeah, the Giants are just one of the bottom feeder teams. They're not a good. They're like the Pee-wee team.
Yeah, like the Little Giants.
Yeah, but the little Giants at least had personality and effort.
Yeah, at least they had people on that team like the Icebox.
Yeah, the Icebox. Can't go wrong with the Icebox.
No, you can't go wrong with her.
She'll score more touchdowns than Russell Wilson this year, probably.
Yeah. Trust me, right now, Rick Moranis is saying, like, oh, God, I should have had the Little Giants out there.
But here's the thing: Neighbors already snapped. It's only week 1.
Yeah.
He's already snapping, so he's right, because he's not used to losing.
No, he's not. And no, it is not. And like I said, the Giants is a losing culture. That's not a winning culture like it used to be. Like when Barkley got out there, he felt so fine. He saw a lot of things different, which was, okay, hey, one, you're used to something you haven't been used to, which is winning. You have a Super Bowl ring. The whole city of Philadelphia praises you as a hero.
Yep. And even his daughter was like, oh, we're going to start winning now that you're an Eagle. And here's the thing. Barkley, when he retires, he'll retire an Eagle, not a Giant.
I think he will retire as an Eagle, not as a Giant.
Exactly.
That's what it's probably going to be more. He'll retire as an Eagle, not as a Giant, because he's had his. I know, yeah, it's only year 1, yeah, but in his first year with them, he got a ring.
Yeah, look what everyone's saying. Oh, Barkley's a bust. Oh, he's injury prone. He's
No,
this, he's that.
because then when you look at night
with
and
the
day,
Eagles,
what'd you say?
1 year with the Eagles, he became one of the greatest running backs.
Yeah,
of
he
all
became
time.
the NFL leading rusher. He was one of the great running backs of all time. I said, look at it right there. Look at night and day. Look at it. Not injury prone. And the time on his bye week, oh my God, I don't have to worry about going to rehab or physical therapy.
Yeah, and the players respect him. That's why he's a captain.
Yeah.
He's always looking out for everyone. You remember against that Giants game? He could have had his season high.
Yeah, he could have. Yes.
And he said, nah, let the young dogs eat. Let the young dogs eat.
Yeah.
So he's a team player.
Yeah, he's a team guy, yeah.
He's everything you want on a team.
Yeah. And like I said, regardless of me being a Cowboys fan, I respect him. I like him.
You mentioned he was for him.
Yeah. Barkley's one of those guys you look up to and you want to, have as a leader and everything else. And he's always teaching young guys like about the business and what they see or anything that can help them. So Shipley, Levins, and
well, now Tank Bigsby, you guys just got too.
yeah, that came out of nowhere.
That did, and I was like saying, what was Jacksonville thinking? I thought more likely you were trying to. I could understand ETN because they were trying to make Tank Bigsby the successor.
That would have been awesome.
That's what I was thinking at first. I was like reading that again. You sure it wasn't Travis Etienne? And then I read again. Oh, it's Tank Bigsby. Okay, I was like, that's a little weird because I thought Tank did good last year with the Jags when Etienne was down.
Well, it's a depth move because Shipley has broken ribs.
Oh, I
and
got
rib
you.
injuries. So he's and plus one of the Eagles' other issues is kick returns.
Yeah,
So
I got you.
Bisbee's good with that. So you only gave up a 5th and a 6th round.
Yeah, you didn't give up something major. You didn't give up major.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, maybe you did call to get Travis Etienne. They're like, well, give us a 2nd round pick, and
Yeah.
Howard's probably like, nah, I'm good.
yeah, I got you there. Another game we could say the surprise of Daniel Jones. Is this the start of a new Daniel Jones, or is this just one game?
So Donovan Walton starts.
Actually, I think Daniel Jones just needed a change of scenery. I mean, he went to the Vikings.
Mhm.
Good coach, coach there. He always teaches good quarterbacks.
Yeah, O'Connell does, yes.
Yeah, O'Connell does very good with quarterbacks. Look what he's doing with JJ right
Yep.
now. Look what he did with Dobbs when Dobbs was there.
Yep.
So, he's got that under his belt. And he's with the Colts, and the Colts head coach was a quarterback coach
Yep.
for the Eagles.
Yes.
So he has that there. He's got a good bunch of good guys around him, too.
Yeah, he does. He's got Downs, Pittman, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. And, he's got a good offensive line helping him out. So I don't think it was just a one fluke thing for Jones. I mean, he's in the history book now for the only quarterback ever
Mm-hmm.
to score on every drive.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and I'm not hating on Daniel Jones. I'm just saying, hey, look, let's see what occurs here. I'm just hoping this wasn't just, hey, it was just week 1. Well, let's see what we can get out of him throughout this whole season. Let's see. Now, maybe he could be a sleeper quarterback. We didn't see all this talent that the Giants was holding back, all this talent.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, week 1 and week 2 are always
A little screwy at times. Yeah, it's a little screwy at times.
Yeah, teams are still trying to figure themselves out, but if Daniel Jones plays like he has been,
Mm-hmm.
he can do pretty good. And he's a running quarterback.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
And, he's got an asshole. People criticize him.
Well, yeah, people do. Yeah, like I said, when he was with the Giants, I never thought that he was a nice guy or anything. I just think I felt bad for him. He got the bad end of the stick because I remember last year when they lost to the Vikings, everybody was asking for his head to be traded.
Yeah, well, hey, when you're the quarterback, you're the top dog.
Mhm.
Your team's performing bad, they're going to blame the quarterback.
Yeah.
But it's like, does the quarterback play defense?
No.
No. Is the quarterback playing the offensive line? It's
No.
supposed to block for him
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I think Daniel Jones is going to do schedule nuggets.
He's going to shock
this
people.
year.
He's going to shock
He's
people.
he's going to turn heads this year.
Okay. All right.
And everyone's going to be like, damn, the Colts actually signed a quarterback.
Yes. Next one we have is Tyreek Hill. How long do you think he is with the Dolphins, or do you think he gets traded by the deadline? And I will give his possible destination. I would say probably he will go back to the Chiefs, pending how long with this Xavier Worthy situation. What do you think?
I say probably deadline move.
Mm-hmm.
That he would get traded.
I have a feeling he is going to get traded.
He might. I think Miami's tired of
His drama.
his drama and diva and always in trouble some way with the law.
Yeah.
Now he had like a domestic violence.
Well, this week he's now getting hit with domestic violence from his girl. Let's recall last year he got arrested on opening day before the game.
Exactly. But that one I don't think was his fault. Him being arrested.
No. What are you talking about? The one, his recent one, or his one last year?
The one last year before the game.
Yeah, I don't think that was his fault. No, I don't think that one was his fault.
Yeah, I think he was running late. He was trying to get in, and the cops wasn't letting him in, and they're like,
Yeah.
you know who I am, and he just got blown out. But
Yeah, I think
the
that's what
domestic
probably that
call-
one was. Yeah.
Yeah, the domestic call, the violence that.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I can see the Chiefs doing. The Chiefs always like to bring people back that played for 'em.
Yeah.
But there's also teams out there that could use the talent as Tyreek Hill. But Miami, that was dog shit.
Oh yeah, because I was disappointed in them. I was like 8 points you could only muster up.
They had no offense, no nothing whatsoever.
No, and I was
they couldn't even do anything.
No, and I was very disappointed. That's why I think Tyreek Hill's going to be either going back to the Chiefs, or this is what me and Wolf discussed last week. There's a possibility that Miami trades into Buffalo as a fuck you to Kansas City.
They could do that.
I could see that, but yeah, that would not surprise me in a way.
I don't know about that because they're in the same division.
Yeah, I know they're in the same division, but I could see that as a possible, like, as Wolf said it could be a possible fuck you to them.
Well, if he really wants to say fuck you, he can trade him to the Browns.
Yeah, that would be a fuck you right there. Remember when the Steelers traded AB to the Raiders? That was a fuck you there.
Yeah.
And then look what happened there.
Exactly. Don't be surprised if Jerry tries to get Tyreek Hill.
I wouldn't be shocked in a way when Jerry tries to get him, but that's pending.
He'll give up those two number twos that you guys got from the Packers to get Tyreek.
Yeah, I could see them do something like that, but we'll wait and see what happened with Tyreek down the road. And then our Sunday night one, which was a very good.
Hold on. Before we move on from Tyreek, Arizona could use him.
But yeah, they could. The Cardinals could use him right now. I know it's only one game right now that I'm shocked that they used Marvin Harrison Jr. the right way in the Saints game.
Yeah, they actually used their receiver that they drafted the way they should have.
Yeah, they did finally. So yeah, Arizona could use him. Arizona's not a bad team. I think Arizona's just like in the middle, just trying to find themselves.
Yeah, they do that every year.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think the Cardinals are a bad team. I think they're just trying to find themselves. That's about it. And then I'll go another 1 o'clock game, which I thought was very, very good, which was Tampa and Atlanta. Penix put up some flashes, and I looked at him going like, hey, maybe there might be something with Atlanta here. Maybe they can be somewhat of a dark horse a little bit. Almost could have won that game had it not been the Younghoe Koo missing. And I was like, oh, man, this man is human after all. He missed at the worst possible time. Because I always thought Younghoe Koo was an accurate kicker.
Yeah,
he shanked it.
He always makes them in the dome and stuff. I was surprised that he missed those. I mean, Tampa Bay got away lucky with a win.
Yeah, and
because usually probably 9 out of 10 way Koo can hit those.
Yeah, I've always thought Koo was an accurate kicker. I always put him on a list with Jake Elliott, Brandon Aubrey, and those guys. I never thought he was going to miss.
Nah, I mean, it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen. I don't know what happened if it was he just shanked it.
Yeah, because look how many times when they go to Atlanta, when they're like, oh, way too going for the game winner. It's like 52 yards, 55, and he always nails it.
Yeah, and this one was to send the game in overtime because you literally got a gift from Tampa because McLaughlin missed the extra point.
Yep.
And then you couldn't take advantage of that game. But I said, look, I saw a lot out of Penix, and I said, hey, there might be something there with him. There might be something there with Atlanta. We don't know yet, but, hey, it's not the offense's fault or the defense's fault. It was just due to a missed kick.
Well, they started using Pittman pretty damn good.
Yeah, they did.
I know it's week 1, but at least they started using him pretty good.
Yeah.
But, like you said, it's week 1. You know, some teams are still getting their kicks in and jitters and all that, but we gotta see. I mean, to see what Atlanta does this week. But yeah, like you said, Penix looked pretty good.
Yeah, he did. He did look pretty good. And then
he's got a good young core. He's got a good young core around him too that are all good.
Yeah, and then I'll go from the Sunday night game, which was a very good game. The Bills making that comeback. Josh Allen putting $800 in my pocket. Thank you, Josh, Lamar, Cook, and Derrick Henry. And I'd also like to say thank you, Kurt Savannah J, for that one. I would have had that.
Congratulations to you for winning $800.
Yes, and I would have said if I would have had half of that money, I probably would have gave half to Anna. But I think she probably would have turned it down.
Well, you know me, I'll take half.
I got you, but yeah, but that was, dude, yeah, because everybody was like, when I said like the curse of Anna J, I said every time when Anna and I meet, something always happens, either not supposed to happen or supposed to happen.
Oh, look at that. You don't get CD Lamb to say happy birthday, but your wallet says thank you very much.
Yes, it did, and I thank Anna for that too.
Well, you should thank Josh Allen.
Well, yeah, I thank Josh Allen too. Yeah, I thank Josh Allen for that because I know normally at time when I pick up Bills or a Ravens parlay, Josh or Lamar don't usually score for me. But I was like, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know who his girlfriend is, fiance, right?
Yeah.
You ever see that movie Sinners?
Yeah, I've seen the movie Center Show.
Yeah, the girl that's in it, that's the love interest for what's his name? That's Josh. Yeah, that's Josh Allen's fiance. I didn't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that. Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad that Josh did that. He literally, like I said, a lot of quarterbacks would have folded, but Josh did not fold. He did his best Tom Brady impression.
He sure did. I mean, Josh Allen's one of the best quarterbacks in the league today.
Yeah, he is, and that's why I said there's a reason why he's the MVP. And it's like I said, I know it's only week 1. This is the reason why I had this team as one of my Super Bowl picks.
Yep.
And like I said, God forbid, like I said, I won't be shocked if we get another rematch between the Ravens and the Bills again.
Nah, that looks like a good rivalry going on there.
But let's also go.
I don't know. I don't know. It's up the Ravens. I mean, you had a 20 point lead or 15.
It was like a 20. I think it was like a 20-point lead they had.
Yeah, with like only 8 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah.
And then you just collapsed big time.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry, who never fumbles that much,
fumbled at the worst time.
Yeah, and Josh Allen threw for like 250 yards in the fourth quarter alone.
Yeah, and then literally brought that team back. And the one mistake was for the Ravens would have been when Coleman had that ball where they got the game-winning field goal. They shouldn't have tackled him. They should have just let him score because at least you would have got the ball back. But it took too late, and then they realized when they got to the goal line, they realized Buffalo wasn't going to score. They kind of caught on.
Pretty much, and that was Coleman's best game.
That was.
Since he got drafted, he was hurt last year, didn't do shit.
Yeah.
That was Coleman's best game.
That was his best game. Yeah, and he did the right thing, which was, I think he wanted to score, but I think probably McDermott would have told him slide down at the 1.
Probably, yeah.
I think McDermott probably would have told him that, but like I said, they got the win which was needed. They're 1-0, and they got a divisional battle against the Jets, which they should handle. And then I'll go the Monday night game, which was a very good game. The Bears had the lead. What'd you say?
I said, you said it was a good game. I was like, yeah.
It was. Yeah, it was at the beginning, but then after that, I just think was JJ. I think just literally was. I think it was just opening day jitters. He was not letting the game come to him. He was getting a little erratic. But when it got to like the third quarter and the fourth quarter, he finally settled down. And then he was able to let the game come to him. And I think probably O'Connell pulled him to the side and was telling him to calm down. Hey, man, I know it's your first game, but you got to calm down. You're getting a little erratic here. And I know at the point when I was at Valley Forge, everybody was hoping to get Carson Wentz in.
Oh, people wanted Wentz in the game?
They wanted Wentz because McCarthy was looking like ass in the first 2 quarters. But I think after that pick 6, I think is when he calmed down.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, the second half he was a whole different person. So
yeah, he started to calm down some.
Yeah, I believe Conley talked to him and just told him, "Hey, just relax. We're with you. You're our guy.
Yeah.
You know, you've got this plenty of ties, and like you said, it's probably just.
It was opening day jitters, like his first start.
But he was playing the defense. The Bears, they're celebrating the '85 Super Bowl team that night. So the Bears, you knew, were going to come out on fire.
Oh yeah, you knew that. Yeah, like it looked like the Bears were doing good, but then they made crucial mistakes, which was you should not have gone for it on 4th down. You should have got that field goal. That came back to haunt you now. The missed field goal and then challenging, and then the one was. Okay, when the Vikings, when they had to kick off the ball, you knew the one thing was the Vikings were not going to let you, they were going to run that clock down. So the best bet you could have did was try to kick it out the back of the end zone. Okay, the clock is stopped. You have that 2-minute warning timeout. and then there's the possibility you're going to have maybe 30 seconds here, maybe to get a last-minute drive. Or better yet, worse, you could have just kicked it out of bounds. You have the risk of a penalty, but at least the clock is stopped.
Yes.
'Cause I don't know what Ben Johnson was thinking. That was just bad play calling by the Bears.
Bears offense even looked that good, if you ask me.
No, it really didn't look that good. I just saw was Caleb Williams he doing good with his legs, but then after that, it was, okay, everybody thought the Bears were supposed to be this and that, but I know it's only one game, but from what I'm seeing, I'm looking at the same Bears from last year.
Yeah, the Bears, they look great on paper when they play the games. They don't do nothing.
No.
I mean, and yeah, they were missing key defensive players like Johnson, their star corner. He wasn't playing because he had a groin injury, and even then they were keeping Jefferson in contempt. Jefferson didn't do nothing the first half.
No.
Yeah, I think he had like one catch for like 10 yards.
Yeah, and then after that, and then when he got to the third quarter, he was using Jefferson the right way, and then using Aaron Jones too. That's when he calmed down.
Yep.
And that's what, then at that point, it was like, okay, let the game come to you. Don't you let the game come to you. Don't force it.
Exactly.
That's what I said. At least in that instance, it was like, okay, I think what it was just opening day jitters. This was his first start. He was coming back from an ACL injury. And now comes Sunday, he's going to be at home, and this is going to be his first home game.
Yeah, it is. And I think he'll play that. And plus, he also, I think, too, he's from Chicago, so he also had that pressure on himself. Like, he's always been a Bears fan and all, and, his family's all there, like, all 50 or 100, whoever has the tickets. But, he is also, his dream was always to actually play for the Bears, and he had playing in the Soldier Field, and he actually did that. So, just like you said, it was just jitters. Yeah. He's a good young quarterback, and he's playing a good, strong defense.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
First half was the Bears that were doing good, and then the second half, Minnesota took over and said, all right, no more fucking around.
Now I think O'Connell probably pulled him to the side and just said, hey, man, let the game come to you. Don't force it. Probably gave him a little pep talk, and then after that, everything was calm and dandy. And I was glad that he won, and I won $500 off of that game, and then after that, I did do well this week. I didn't do that bad. I went 7-9, but I did get some money. But before we start making our picks, I just want to make this little public service announcement to fans. You saw what happened with Lamar Jackson when he got pushed by that Bills fan.
Oh yeah, I was hitting Hopkins and Jackson. Yeah, I mean, he was hitting them and pushing them and stuff. He got what he deserved.
Yeah, like I said, this is fans in general, and I never thought I'd have to include football fans. And this is usually what I say with wrestling fans, and I'm going to put this out. This is a story that I have right here. You never put your hands on an athlete. You don't ever do that.
No, you don't, but it's like, the only way you can do that if the athlete puts his hands on you. Yeah. I know you're like right there, like smacking him in the head and stuff, but it's like, well, he's a Bills fan. You like smacking him super hard to like try to hurt him, or is he smacking like, okay, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this was just a fan who had a little bit too much to drink, and he just wanted to get his 15 minutes of fame. And that guy got banned for life.
Yeah, he did get it. He's banned from the NFL and from going to Bills games now.
Yeah, so. But that I just want to give my public service announcement to regardless, if you ever meet your celebs, your favorite athletes, or your favorite wrestling superstars, don't be overzealous. Don't put your hands on them because they can sometimes fight back. And speaking of overzealous, I'm going to give this story before we make our pick with overzealous wrestling fans. With the one I was dealing with my birthday and discussed this with Wolf, and I'm going to discuss this again. When I was at Dynamite on Wednesday, overzealous wrestling fan got way out of hand. Literally, first thing he tries to do, he tries to call everybody out. They don't do it. Security has to put a tarp up. Next thing, he has a chair that he wants to have signed. Almost literally hits Bobby Lashley's rental car and Jay Briscoe's rental car. The icing on the cake then is when a wrestler is approaching. He approaches Christian to sign his Funko Pop, and that's when security got mad and said, hey, look, don't take my kindness for weakness. This is just you, not all of y'all. But if you do that again, we're going to have a serious problem. And literally, he got thrown out after that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, people can go overboard and stuff. One thing to do, like you said, when you meet your, as soon as, we were talking about this last week, there's two sides to the celebrity. Mm-hmm. There's the camera where, hey, I'm all happy, joyful, I love everything. And then there's the side like, I'm just normal, leave me alone, you know. Yeah, people are cool, but I'm also human.
Yeah.
You know, so there's two sides, but yeah, that's one thing celebrities hate when obnoxious, when fans like literally act psychotic around them and start jumping up and down and crying. Like, oh my God, you're the greatest thing ever, and like freaking out and like, yeah, you know, I have like 20 posters of you on my room.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It's like, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Be cool. They're humans. You're human. The only difference is their bank account is much richer and they're all
much larger too. That's another thing.
Yes, and everyone, you know, their face is recognizable and they're bigger than you are.
Yeah.
Maybe you're 20 friends compared to their like 8,000 friends.
Yeah, like I said to people, like I said with me, how I meet those wrestlers and celebs, it's just, hey, I'm being myself. I introduce myself to them, and that's it. That's all you have to do for like people who ever go to AEW events in the future, wherever you're at, whatever state you're in, or whatever country you live in. Just be yourself around them. Don't yell out. Just be nice and ask them politely if they want to take a photo with you. If they can't do it, that's it. Just be polite, like I do. Like everybody's like, how do I get with AEW wrestlers and all that? Like I said, I'm just very nice. I'm very presentable, and that's it. That's all you have to do. I don't go and bum rush them.
Or even that, you don't need a picture. You can just shake their hand, be like, hey, you know, thanks for everything you do. I just want to say, you know, I'm a huge fan of yours. I respect you. You do a lot. And you know, you might know. They might shock you and have a conversation with you.
Yeah, like I said, you can have anybody. Like I said, just be yourselves around them, and that's just about it, whomever you meet. And then before we start, I want to say this. Shout out to my friend Ricky Storm, who we know. He finally met Jamie Hayter, even though I promoted on with me and Wolf, and I'm going to say it again. If you're listening, Rick, your second shout out. Finally met Jamie Hayter, and he loved it now. And thus, his hatred for Thunder Rosa has now died.
Well, that's good. Good job, Ricky. Good job, Rick Storm.
Yep.
Proud of you.
We all are proud of you, buddy.
Yes. Now, just don't go running into her hotel and knocking on her door.
No, he's not going to do that. He won't do that. I know.
Let me in.
Yeah, we know Ricky. Yeah, we know Ricky. We know he's not going to do that. We know he's not going to do that. But he was finally glad.
Where are you at?
Yeah, but he was finally glad when she came off the bus. I just said, hey, man, take your opportunity, see if she'll do it. And she did. After 3 long years, finally, he finally met Jamie Hayter after 3 long years.
Yeah.
After his meet and greet got fucked up due to Thunder Rosa breaking her nose.
Yeah, just don't do what you did. Running into the hotels, knocking for Anna.
No, I would not do that. I would not do that. I love Anna Jay, but I will not do that. I am not that. I'm not obsessive. I'm not stalking her.
I got his Burger King. Come on, Anna, open the door.
No, I wouldn't do that for her.
Matches.
No, I wouldn't do that to her. I love Anna, but I would not do that. I know we're just joking on me. I know we're just joking on me. I know that.
Yeah,
I know.
There are people that probably do that crap, like because they know where they stay.
No, there probably are those crazed fans. Like I said, I'll say my list before we make our fantasy pick. I said, God forbid if there ever was a Family Feud wrestling question, like women you need to protect. I'll state it again. Me and Wolf did. I'll do it like there. We asked 100 wrestling fans, name a female wrestler from AEW and WWE who should be protected. My number 1 answer would be Toni Storm. Number 2 would be Chelsea Green, in my opinion. 3 Harley, 4 Chris, 5 Anna, 6 Jamie Hayter, and I will say last would be Alexa Bliss and Stephanie Vaquer. That's mine right there. If that ever was a Family Feud question.
Wow. That's a good list of protecting. You just got to protect the franchise. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you protect everyone. Like if PFAB, everyone will be like, oh, well, it's PFAB, let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice knowing you, PFAB. But then, you know, like it's a Charlotte Flair, you want the whole security force around her.
Oh yeah. Like I said, nothing like nothing against Mercedes Monet. I'm not a big Mercedes Monet fan, but yeah, she does need to be protected. But I'm just saying, in my view, who I would want to protect. That would be like if it ever was a Family Feud question.
Oh, that was your list that you would protect?
That would I would protect it. Like if it was like a Family Feud question, whoever you would want to protect, you could say your list.
Oh, I would protect Charlotte.
Okay.
I would protect AJ Lee.
Okay.
I would protect Mickey James.
Okay.
Protect Bailey.
Okay.
Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
Stephanie Valker. Your
Okay.
top guy.
Yeah. Like I said, I just did AEW. I did mine from AEW and WWE. Who I would protect. Those were mine. I would protect. Well, I almost had to protect Harley when my friend almost tipped a barricade on her, and I said to the security guy, I said, "Look, we got to protect Harley at all costs." And I said, I would have jumped this barricade to push Harley out the way to save her.
Right, Trish Stratus.
Oh yes.
So way to get deep in.
You know.
Yeah, that I just said.
Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, I'd say for mine would be AEW/WWE. Who we would need to protect.
Oh yeah, I guess I should throw some AEW in there.
Yeah. I said, hey, I mixed mine up with AEW and WWE. I said if it was a Family Feud question, I think the number one answer probably would have been Toni Storm. Probably the number one answer.
Besides towards
Sarah Ray.
Mm-hmm.
players,
I would do her, protect her.
Yeah.
Toni Storm, she's top notch.
Yep.
Now she is. Speaking of Toni Storm, you hear what she said? That she actually had WWE freedom
I didn't know that.
in her character.
Oh.
Like, she had an interview that shocked people where she came out and everyone thought that WWE was like not letting her do her thing, but she just came out and said WWE actually let her have freedom where she could come up with her own stuff.
Oh.
And she said that was the problem with her, that she had way too much freedom.
No,
That
okay.
nobody would tell her to like stop. Like, yeah, nah, this won't work. Like, she will say something, and they'll be like, all right, sounds good, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And no one even, that's why she got fed up, because she just had way too much freedom.
Yeah. But at least with AEW, they're letting her go with this Timeless Tony gimmick, which is going very, very well.
Yeah, the timeless gimmick. Yeah, I mean, it has its ups and downs.
It can at times, but when you meet her in person, when you do it, oh, it's very good when you see her in person.
I still miss the wild. I miss the wild rock and roll.
I like that too. Like I said, I like both Toni Storm, but for me, I like Timeless Toni Storm because it was like literally priceless to me. It was like, hey, when I met her before as regular, it was cool, but as Timeless, oh, it was way cooler. And like I said, I love Toni Storm regardless of when she does have to drop the belt. I wouldn't mind it being either Chris or Jamie, but more likely I think it's probably going to be Chris. But we'll wait and see what happens at All Out this next Saturday.
Yeah, and what's her face? It's pretty cool how she did a dedication to
The Sandman. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, smashing a beer can across her head.
It wasn't a beer can. It was more of one of them little juice drinks she was doing. Because I was there. I saw what she was smashing.
Oh, was it juice drink?
Yeah, it was like one of them little cardboard drink juice. It wasn't alcohol.
Oh, never mind. I take that back.
Yeah, because
That's
Tony would have been
awesome.
bleeding all right, but it was not alcohol. It was one of those little, one of them little cardboard juice drinks. I don't know what it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but like I said, but it was a good time there. But let's start with our fantasy. Who should we draft for fantasy?
Fantasy this week, I like all Cincinnati Bengals players this week against the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
I like Devontae Smith and Johnson and A.J. Brown
Okay.
and Hurts this week to go off on the Chiefs.
Okay.
I like Lamar Jackson against the Browns this
Okay.
week. Gibbs will have a bounce back game this week against the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins, I don't know what the hell I'll skip that. Aaron Rodgers should have another good game this week like he did last week.
Yep.
And I like Williams from the Rams, I guess, for Titans as well.
Okay. Those were all good picks there I can agree with. And we're going to start it off with our first game on tomorrow. We have the Bills and the Jets. Who you got?
The Bills and the Jets. I'm going to start it off with, I think it's going to be an upset.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying with the Jets is because Buffalo's coming off that big emotional game last week
Okay.
against the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
That defense didn't look too good.
Okay.
And their star defensive tackle, Ed Oliver, is not playing this week because
Okay.
he's out with a groin injury.
Okay.
Cook has a hamstring injury, and we all know about hamstring injuries.
Oh, they're not that good.
No, so that's also another. That's going to hurt Buffalo with the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jets actually could have. They played pretty good last
They
week.
did play pretty
which
good.
surprised
If Justin Fields hadn't thrown an interception to Jalen Ramsey, that's what did it.
Yeah, but the Jets could have did more before going to that. They should have beat Pittsburgh handily.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, they should have. Because I did pick the Jets in that game too.
Yeah, but I'll say they got a good run. They got a good running back in Hall. Wilson looked good. The Jets haven't bounced back, and this will be a statement game. I mean, the Bills, like I said, the Bills coming off that big emotional win against the Ravens last week. So I got the Jets here.
You got Jets pulling an upset off. Okay. I'm going to take the Bills in this one. I think, I know it's a divisional game, and sometimes the Jets do give the Bills a little bit of a headache at time, but I think this probably is going to be more of a Josh Allen game with his legs, him going to Kincaid, Coleman, and Shakir. So I'm going to say the Bills win this one with Josh. Since you are taking the Jets, they have the Jets at 6.5 underdogs. Are you taking those points?
Yeah, I'm taking them.
I'm going to take the Bills with the 6.5. They're favorite to cover, so I will take them. Over or under 47?
Got into his head a lot that first.
I'm going to say over.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in this one, too. I can see them both fighting it out, so it's going to be an over in this one. Next one we have is the New York Smurfs versus the Dallas Cowboys.
The Smurfs and the girls. I mean, boys.
How they got?
Let's see here. This is your squad.
Mm-hmm.
The way the Smurfs been playing, they've been playing like the baby Smurfs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with Dallas this week since they're at home.
Okay.
I think Prescott will have a better game.
Mm-hmm.
I think CeeDee Lamb will go off on the Giants.
Yeah.
I also think they'll get George Pickens more involved in this.
Yeah,
And,
they did have him a little bit involved in that Eagles game, but not as much.
No, and I think they'll get Ferguson more involved at tight end this week. And I think Javon Williams will have a good running game here.
I can see that too. So,
and your defense ain't that bad either.
No, it's not. Yeah, it did stop the run. We did Saquon a little bit. We just couldn't stop Hurts. That was just the issue.
Exactly. And the Giants, they look like, they're already having trouble with their main wide receiver.
Yeah.
That defense, I know it's only 1 week, but they look like they were...
Like it was last year.
Yeah, I mean, you got Burns there. You got Carter that you drafted. You're doing this and that. Your front seven is strong, but you guys keep falling flat on your asses.
Yeah.
So I say Dallas bounces back, and they had a good 10 days to prepare for this game.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, Dallas was all because they played Thursday night. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys in this one because it's at home, and we all know how Dak is towards the Giants. He literally owns them. Pretty much, yeah. And I can see Williams having a good game, and we know how Dak likes the tight ends going to Ferguson. I think you get Pickens more involved, and I think Lamb has a monster game in this one. He rebounds from those drops. And I can see that defense getting a rust because this is not the same Russ as it was back in Seattle. Yeah, Seattle Russ used to torch us, and he used to beat us. This Russ I'm looking at right now is a shell of himself. And this ain't that same one. This is where I can see Dallas getting him really, really good. And this is not going to be where the wild card, what happened to him in the wild card in Dallas. This is going to be a lot worse than it was. So I see Dallas winning this one, and I'm going to say this now. If Dallas puts up 40 in this game, I will not be shocked if Jackson Dart is in by the fourth quarter.
They're going to take a look at that. But
If they put up 40, I say it'd be at halftime.
Yeah, it would not shock me in a way if Dallas puts up 40 or 2. You know, sometimes where Fox, you'll have Kurt Menefee come on and say, we're going to go to a more competitive game now, and that wouldn't shock me in a way.
without a Schwarber home run.
Right.
Because this game is locally. This is not on the YouTube. This is the local game with the doubleheader with America's Game of the Week.
Manager's review brought to you by.
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to take Dallas as well. They have the Cowboys as 4.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Ahead of me. Oh, they got him.
Yeah, Dallas will cover.
Okay.
No, that's right.
I'm going to take the 4.5 as well, too. Over or under 44 points.
Yep.
I'm going to say over.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over, too. Because Dak is back, he's at home, and he puts up a lot of points against the Giants. And he could get 44 on his own.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'll take that one. Next one we have is the Browns and the Ravens. Who you got?
Browns and Ravens, I'm going to go with Baltimore. Baltimore at home. They score a lot of points. And Cleveland, they played pretty good at home last week against Cincinnati, but the Ravens are a different thing, and they're coming back pissed off that they lost. That they lost that game to Buffalo.
Yeah.
So I say the Ravens here are going to win. Offense for Cleveland, they're just not as strong as Baltimore is.
Yeah. I'm going to take Baltimore as well, too. It's a game they got to bounce back. Game that they should have beaten the Bills because they had that game won. They let Buffalo come back. I think this is a game where Derrick Henry goes off, Lamar goes off, and Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews, and I can see that defense getting the Flacco. I see them getting the win here. They have the Ravens as 11.5 favorites. Are you taking those points?
We'll look at it exactly.
And that's what they were. Oh.
Well, when I did it with Wolf on Wednesday night, it was 12.5.
Yeah, I'd see Baltimore covering.
I'm going to go Cleveland covers this. If this would have been 10, I could give Baltimore that edge, but 11, I don't think they're going to cover it. I still see Baltimore winning this, but I don't think that Baltimore is going to cover this. So I'm going to take Cleveland with the underdog points. Over or under 45?
Over.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in this one, too. Next one we have is the Rams and the Titans. Who you got?
Might as well get it.
The Rams and the Titans, I got LA in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take LA, too. I can see Kyron Williams having a good game, Puka Nacua having one, Devontae Adams, and that defense getting to Cam Ward. So I'm going to take the Rams in this one as well. They have the Rams as 5.5 favorites. Are you taking the points?
Run out of second.
No, Tennessee will cover.
Tennessee covers, okay. I'll take the Rams. I think the Rams will cover that 5.5 on their own. Over or under 41?
Oh, it's on the side.
I'm going to go over 41.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in that one, too. Next one we got is the Bears and the Detroit Lions. Who you got?
The Bears and the Lions, I got the Lions winning this one. I got them. After getting blown out last week by the Packers.
Yeah.
And coming home, Gibbs is going to have a better game than he had last week.
Yeah.
I think St. Brown will have a better game this week. I think the Bears will put up a fight, though.
Yeah, because Charlotte and Detroit do play each other always close all the time.
Yeah, and, Johnson's coming back home this week because he was the offensive coordinator for the Lions.
Yeah.
And Swift is coming back, too, against his old team.
Yeah.
So, it'll be a competitive game, but I got the Lions pulling it out.
Yeah, I'm going to take Detroit as well, too, because Lions, I know, it was just week 1, and I think that was probably just some rust. And like we said, week 1 and 2 is a little bit screwy at times, and you're still trying to find your groove. And I think that's what happened with Detroit against Green Bay that day in Lambeau. I think they were still trying to find their groove. I'm not going to say, okay, yeah, it's only one game. It's not to the point of, oh, Ben Johnson is missed, Aaron Glenn is missed. It's only one game, so we can't go on those assumptions just yet until further down the road. But in this one, I have Detroit winning with Goff going to both Gibbs and Montgomery, that 1-2 combination. Brown, Laporta, and Jamison Williams. And I can see Anceloni getting to Caleb Williams and Aiden Hutchinson. So I'm going to take Detroit in this one. They have the Lions at 6.5 favorites. Are you taking those points?
Let's say they membership. Always.
Bears cover.
You said the Bears cover? I'll take Detroit covers that 6.5. I think they'll cover the 6. So I'm going to take Detroit with the 6. Over or under 46 points.
In and under, we'll even say all day.
I'm going to say under.
Okay, I'm going to take an under in there too.
The whole family doesn't.
Next one we have is the Jaguars and the Bengals. Who you got?
You're coming to the game tomorrow.
I got the Bengals in this one.
Okay.
At home, I think Joe Burrow, Chase, Higgins, Brown are going to have much better games than they had last week. And it's the home opener, and I'm sure they want to get out of the gate 2-0.
Yeah.
Jaguars coming in. Yeah, they had a good game. They're playing Carolina.
Yeah.
So, the only thing that can stop the Bengals with this will be their defense, because their defense isn't that good. But I say the offense of the Bengals takes over here, and the Jags are who we all thought they are. The Jags. So, and I think it's stupid that they're having Travis Hunter play both defense and offense. You're just tying the guy out.
Yeah, because it's not like he's Deion Primetime Sanders. I understood when Deion did that. That's a different story.
Exactly, and the Jaguars, Travis Etienne had a great game last week, but it was against Carolina. Trevor Lawrence just looked like he usually does, below average.
Yeah, below average against a bad team because Carolina's not that good of a football team. Even though we did pick them to pull an upset off.
I did. I admit it. My upsets last week kind of upset me.
Yeah, because I was with you on that. I thought Carolina was going to pull it off, but they didn't. And I'll say this for the moment, because normally we talk about Jacksonville, sometimes we talk about Tony Khan, and I can say this. Tony Khan is safe again right now, even though Anna did lose that collision match with that 5-woman tag, but that's not her fault. And I just said that's the one knock I'm going to give on Tony Khan. And that's it. We're all forgiven, but I still had a good time there, Tony. So right now, you're safe again.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Exactly.
Well, actually, he might be safe for a while after what WWE did, and we all know why, with the whole WrestleMania going to Saudi Arabia come 2027.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Tony Khan might be safe for a long time.
Yeah, you should just focus on AEW.
Now, which he's been doing, yeah.
But yes,
They have spicy.
the Bengals will pull it off tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals as well, too. I can see Burrow having a good game. Chase, Higgins, and Chase Brown having a good game. And I can see the defense getting to Trevor Lawrence in this one. So I will take the Bengals in this one. They got the Bengals as 3.5 favorites. Are you taking those points?
Yeah, Cincinnati covers.
Yeah, I can see the Bengals covering that one. Over or under 49 points?
I want to say over.
I'm going to go under in this one here. I think it will just touch 48. I'm going to say right around there. I'm going to take an under there. Next we have is the Seahawks and the Steelers. Who you got?
Seahawks and Steelers.
Yes.
Metcalf against his old squad. I got Pittsburgh here.
Okay.
Pittsburgh, Rodgers looked good last week.
Yeah, he did.
He used a lot of used all his weapons, and the defense stepped up when they had to. Pittsburgh's always had good defense. Seahawks are traveling across country, and Sam Darnold didn't look all that good.
No, he didn't, and Sam Darnold didn't look all that good to begin with. And the Niners pulled, and I thought they were going to pull an upset off on them, but they didn't. And Darnold was just like what he was. Late game doesn't show up.
Pretty much, and he didn't even use Cooper Kupp at all that much.
No, he didn't.
That was one of their big signings, and they barely used him.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers as well, too. I could see this is Aaron Rodgers' first home game as a Steeler. I could see DK going off against his old team, and I could see some of Warren having a good game too. The defense getting to Sam Darnold. I could see T.J. Watt getting to him. So I'm going to say the Steelers pull off the victory here. They have the Steelers as 3-point favorites. You taking those points?
What was the point again?
3. Steelers are the 3-point favorites.
I got the Steelers covering.
Okay. I see the Steelers covering at 3-2. Over or under 40 points?
It's 81 degrees.
I'm going to say over.
I'm going to take an under in this one due to the fact it's not easy to put up points in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to take an under in this one here. Nothing again. If Aaron Rodgers was still in his prime, then I would have took an over in this one. But I know in Pittsburgh, it's not easy to put up points. So I'm going to take an under.
That's good, yeah. Pittsburgh does have a good D. They just had, a couple injuries out there.
Yeah, they got a couple injuries, yeah. But I still see the Steelers pulling it off, though. Next one we got is the 49ers and the Saints. Who you got?
The Mets and Giants are even.
The Saints burned me last week. I thought they would come out playing good when they had all their players healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. 49ers are banged up pretty bad.
Yeah, and Purdy's out for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And you got Mac Jones in their games right now. I know, okay, the Saints, we don't know what we're going to get here. But their next 5 games, counting this one, you have the Cardinals, you have the Jags, you have the Rams, and the Bucks coming up. So he won't be back until they play the Falcons on Sunday Night Football. So if I were Mac Jones, try to get this win here because it's not going to get any easier after the Jags. It's not going to get any easier until after. It won't get easier because you don't know what Arizona team you're going to get. You really don't know what you're going to get out of Jacksonville. And we know how the Rams are, and you really don't want. And the Bucks is very, very tough.
That is true. That game, is that in San Fran? Or
that is in New Orleans. That's in Louisiana.
I'm going to go with the Saints here. I think they're going to get Alvin Kamara more involved than what they did last week. I don't know why they don't involve him more than they did. Chris Olave should have a big game next week tomorrow. So, due to with all the injuries to San Fran and all, I'm going to go with the Saints in this game.
At the time when I did this with Wolf, I did pick the 49ers, but now with all these injuries, I'm changing my pick. I'm going to go with the Saints here because, like you said, the Niners are all banged up, and it does not get any easier with them, and I don't know what I'm going to get out of Mac Jones right now. I am going to take the Saints here and pulling this off. I can see Olave having a good game, Brandon Cooks, and Alvin Kamara too. So I'm going to take New Orleans in this one. They have the Saints as 3-point underdogs. Are you taking the points?
Yeah, the Saints should cover.
Yeah, I think the Saints will cover that 3. Over or under 40 points?
I'm going to go under.
I'm actually going to go under in this one too because Spencer Rattler's just starting. We don't know what we're going to get out of him. And Mac Jones, we don't know what we're going to get. And I don't know what we're going to get out of this game. And we would have made the joke and said, prepare for the Lifetime/Nickelodeon game.
Yeah, this is it right here.
And this is
surprised.
Yeah. I think go ahead, man.
Rattler threw for 46 times last week. Mm-hmm. And he only had like 205 yards or 210 yards.
Yeah.
It wasn't that much. It's like, what were you doing, baby dumps?
I don't know what he was doing, and I know why it was. I thought you were going to ask me why San Fran was the favorite. I think this was before Purdy went down, and they didn't get the news that, okay, hey, Purdy now has gone down, and he's going to be gone for a while.
Yeah. But still, I was like, you throw the ball 46 times, that's all you come out with yardage and have that many touchdowns?
No.
What's up with it?
Yeah, what was up with that? I didn't understand that either. Next one we have is the Patriots and the Dolphins. Who you got?
Patriots and Dolphins. I'm going to go with Miami.
Okay, yeah, same here, because my friend Wolf is a Patriots fan, and the bet he had, because he was at Foxborough for that Raiders game, he literally has to wear an Eli Manning jersey throughout the whole season, and I feel bad for him for that.
Yeah, Miami's different at home, and
Yeah.
I think they're going to bounce back after that awful performance they had against the Colts.
Yeah.
Even though it was indoors.
Now he does.
But yeah, I see Miami here. New England always has a tough time with the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Patriots do have their problems with the Dolphins in Miami. So I'm going to take the Dolphins in this one. I'm hoping that Tua has a better game here. All of them, Waddle, Tyreek Hill, pending how much longer he's going to be in Miami. Devin Akane, and I can see Minka getting to Drake May.
Exactly, and I don't know if Christian Gonzalez is playing this week or not. I haven't heard anything yet.
Okay. So I'm going to take the Dolphins here. So they have the Dolphins as 1.5 favorites. Are you taking the points?
Yeah, Miami will cover.
Yeah, I'm going to take Miami with the 1.5 also. Over, under 43.
I'm going to go over 43.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in that too, because Dolphins do put up a lot of points at home. They normally do good at home. And Tua does his best against a bad team too.
Exactly.
Yes, I'll take the Dolphins in that one with the over. Now on to our 4 o'clock games. We have the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Who you got?
I got Arizona. They played pretty good last week, and Carolina. Well, they look like Carolina. I mean,
Yeah, because I thought we were going to get Bryce what we saw during the end of the season before the Dallas loss. But now it's looking back, he's looking like the same as he was after losing to the Cowboys.
yes, he is. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't play like that. Like he played at the end of last year. He was doing great at the end of last year.
Yeah, he did. What happened was, he got benched last year. It hurt his confidence a little bit. Then when Dalton got done, they put him back in. It looked like, okay, maybe this kid's not a bust after all. Maybe we got flashes of potential here. And I thought that this team would be like somewhat not a sleeper team. Like, okay, maybe they would have a better record. But now what it's looking like, and I know it's only one game, but it's looking like Bryce is looking back what he was. And I'm hoping we don't have to go back, we got to sit Bryce back down again, and we got to bench him again. And like I said with Wolf, I don't want to see Bryce Young turn into Quincy Carter of the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't want to have to say the line of drugs messed up Bryce Young, not the Carolina Panthers.
Right. But yeah, it's I say James Conner should have a big game since he just you saw what Travis Etienne just did to them last week, and they'll get Marvin Harrison more involved and Trey McBride. Murray will run around on them, so I say the Cardinals will win this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Arizona Cardinals in this one too. I can see Murray having a good game with his legs, Connor too, because the defense literally trashed. The Carolina's run defense was not that good, and I can see them getting Marvin Harrison Jr. involved a little bit more, like they did last week against the Saints. I can see a little bit more involvement for him, so I'm gonna take the Cards in this one. They have the Cards as 6.5 favorites. You taking the points?
Yeah, Arizona will cover.
I'm going to take that too. They'll cover the 6.5. Over or under 44?
I'm going to go over.
I'm going to take over too because Arizona does put up a lot of points at home. And Kyler does do good at home. So I'm going to take over in this one. Next one we have is the Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Who you got?
Broncos and Colts. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with the Colts.
Okay.
But I was pretty surprised by them last week.
I was shocked too. Like I said, I was shocked. Daniel Jones had a great game. He did very good. Like he said, he was the first quarterback ever to score on all his opening drives.
Yes, he was. And, Jonathan Taylor's healthy. Michael Pittman's healthy.
So is Joshua Downs too. Yep.
Downs didn't do too much like the other guys, but he did do a little bit of damage, and their defense looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Denver, they looked good last week as well, but at home, I'm going to go with the Colts here.
Okay.
Sutton, Dobbins, they did good last week. Nick's throwing them the ball and stuff, and he looked a little shaky at first as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the Colts at home taking this. I think Daniel Jones will have another good game.
Okay. I'm going to take Denver in this one. I think that defense is going to get to Indianapolis, so I think Denver pulls this off here. I could see Nick's airing the ball out to Cortland Sutton here, so I'm going to take the Denver Broncos in this one. Since you are taking the Colts, they have the Colts as, I just had this up and it refreshed. Okay, 2.5 underdog points. Are you going to take the points?
Yeah, Colts will cover.
Okay, I'm going to take Denver covers the 2.5, so I'm going to take Denver with the 2.5. Over or under 43?
I'm going to say over.
Okay, I'll take it over in that one too. Now we have your game, the Super Bowl rematch and America's Game of the Week. The Eagles and the Chiefs. Who you got?
Eagles and Chiefs, you don't even have to ask. I got the Eagles all the way.
I got you.
The Chiefs ain't what they used to be, one. Two, they're banged up pretty bad right now.
Yeah.
Their offensive line ain't all that good. And they have no wide receivers right now.
No, they don't.
They got, Worthy is hurt, like we talked about earlier in the podcast.
Yeah, thanks to Travis Kelce's friendly fire.
Yes, we got Rice that's suspended.
Yep.
So, Mahomes really doesn't have that many good receivers, so it's Kelsey, Brown.
Yeah, I would say Noah Gray, too. That's about it.
Yeah, Noah Gray. You throw him, but he wasn't in there last week.
No,
so
he wasn't.
I mean, I see them using Pacheco more this week, but the Eagles are just too much. I think this is going to be what it was in the Super Bowl, how they aired it out a lot more. Like Barkley, because you got to pick your poison. Do we take away Barkley or do we take away
Hurts
in the pass game? So they're going to be focused on Barkley. And then that's going to leave room up for Dotson, Brown, and Smith, and to make their ways and have their way like they did in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you got Carter coming back.
Yep.
He's like a. And that.
Well, Carter's going to be pissed off after serving a suspension. He going to let all that anger out on Mahomes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So and
like I said, everyone's saying that I don't think the Chiefs are what they used to be.
No, I don't, and everybody can say it was only one game. No, but I'm looking at the Chiefs overall, how they got their asses whooped in the Super Bowl, and I'm still going to state in what I repeated. I don't see this team making it to the Super Bowl or winning the Super Bowl this year.
No, I don't even have them in the Super Bowl.
No, I don't. I'm going to keep repeating that. I've been saying that too. So you're picking Philadelphia, correct?
That is correct, sir. Yep.
So am I. I'm going to go Philadelphia, and I'm going to say, well, there's a first time for everything. Patrick Mahomes is going to go 0-2 in his career for the first time.
Yes, he will.
So this is going to be a first time for everything because everybody likes to compare Mahomes to Brady. If I recall, Tom Brady never went 0-2 in his career. And it's a fact. He has never gone 0-2 in his career. And Mahomes is going to go 0-2 for the first time in his career. And I'm going to take Philadelphia in this one due to the fact of the matter is I think Philly's way a lot better than the Chiefs right now. They have all their weapons with Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. And I can see you get a returning Jalen Carter coming back from a suspension. And I can see that defense getting to Mahomes. I'm not going to say this is going to be the Super Bowl all over again. I think KC is going to put up a fight. But I still have Philadelphia winning this game going 2-0.
Yeah, it won't be a blowout like it was in the Super Bowl.
No. That's why I said this is going to be a little bit more closer this time.
Dallas Goedert is listed as out.
Okay, so Goddard's out. So then it's going to be either Brown and Devontae.
Yes, it'll be, it'll be more. Barkley should be in the run game.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of passing to Brown, hopefully, because him and Rob, he's like one of the best receivers in the game.
Yes, he is. Yep.
He just can't have one catch.
No. I know he was contained by Brown and Bland. I mean Diggs and Bland. That was different. So
Smith will have a good game.
Yeah.
Dotson will have a good game.
Yeah.
Hard to throw to him more. Even Gallup, when he filled in for Dallas Goedert a lot,
Yes.
He's been good.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to take Philly in this one, too. They should win this one. They have the Eagles as 1.5 favorites. Are you taking those points?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to take it to 1.5. They'll cover over or under 46 points.
I'm going to say over.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over, too, because both can put up points here. So I'm going to take an over in this one. Next one we have is our Sunday night game, the Falcons and the Vikings. Who you got?
Falcons and Vikings. I'm going to go with Minnesota here.
Okay.
I know it's a short week for them and all, but they are playing at home.
Yeah, this is McCarthy's first home game as a Viking.
Exactly,
So-
and I think they're going to carry the momentum that they did on Monday night. Atlanta coming off a tough division loss.
Yeah.
Got to travel to Minnesota, and
Which we know it's not easy to win down that building at times.
now Justin Jefferson would do his thing,
Yeah.
TJ as well, AJ Jones. I mean, he'll do his thing.
Yeah.
And that defense stood tall that second half
Yes.
against the Bears. I see Minnesota winning this
Yeah.
game here.
I'm going to say right now, before I make my pick, this is a sleeper good game because when the schedule came out originally for this game, I was thinking like, oh God, this is going to be such a bad game on Sunday night. This is going to be the Lifetime movie game or the Nickelodeon movie game of the night. But then how I saw flashes of Penix, how he did, and then I saw flashes of JJ, how he did, I was like, you know what? This is going to be a sleeper good game right here on Sunday night. This is going to be a sleeper good game that nobody would expect to be good here. So I'm going to take the Minnesota. Go ahead.
Not to cut you. Why the hell did they put Minnesota on Monday night and for Sunday night?
I don't know who the schedule makers were thinking of that.
I mean, that's messed up that you just put them on the same week, prime time,
Yeah.
Monday for Monday Night Football and Sunday night.
I know worse is with us. We got to do 2 back-to-back. We got to do 2 Monday night games. We got one against Arizona, and then after that we have our bye week, and then we got another Monday night game where we got to go to Vegas. That's in November.
But you got your bye week in the bell.
Oh yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's understandable. But yeah, Minnesota's literally coming off a short week of a Monday Night Football, and then you got a Sunday night game. Yeah, that's a little bit tougher. I don't know who made that decision, but for this one, I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings in this one. I could see JJ have a good game. He stays calm and poised, and let the game come to him like he did last time. I could see Jordan Mason having a good game, Aaron Jones, and Justin Jefferson too. So I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. They got the Vikings as 3.5 favorites. Are you taking those points?
Yeah, I am.
And I'm going to take the Vikings with a 3.5 also. Over or under 44?
I'm going to go over 44 this
Okay.
game.
I'll take the over in that one too. Now we have our double Monday night header. We have the Bucks and the Texans. Who you got?
Bucks and Texans.
Yes.
I got Tampa Bay winning this one.
Okay.
The Texans are just too banged up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay looked pretty good last week against against Atlanta.
Yeah.
That rookie they got, Dubé.
Ebenezer Dube. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks real good. I mean, when they get
Yeah. When you get Godwin back, that's going to be a good 1-2-3 combination right there.
yeah, that's going to be a hell of a thing. And you got Bucky Irvin and White
Yep.
running backs. Yeah, I got Tampa Bay here. You know, Houston's just too banged up, like I said, right now.
Okay.
They really don't have that good of an offense as well because all you got to do is focus on
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Well, not even CJ yet. Since his rookie year, he really hasn't been that good.
No, he hasn't. He's hit his sophomore wall right now.
Yeah,
And right now we're in his junior year right now.
Exactly. And, just got to focus on taking them away and the wide receiver. And Nick Chubb, he didn't look good last week against the Rams.
No.
So, should be interesting. But, I got Tampa covering this. And their defense, they're missing C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah.
And one of the best corners, Stingway, got hurt
Yeah.
in last game. So, It's going to be tough for Houston, but Tampa Bay should win this.
Okay. I'm going to take Houston this one because Houston has been good at home at the last year, and usually Stroud does put up good numbers at home. So I'm going to take Houston in an upset here, even though they're not the upset, they're the favorite in this one. So I'm going to take Houston pulls it off here very, very close. So I'm going to take the Texans in this one. Since you are taking the Bucks, they have the Bucks as 2.5 underdogs. You're taking the points.
Yeah, I'm taking the points.
Okay. I'm going to take Houston with the 2.5. Over under 42 points.
I'm going to go over 42.
I'm going to take the over in that one as well, too. And our final game we have is the Chargers and the Raiders. Who you got?
Chargers and Ravens. I got the Chargers.
Okay.
This one. Coming off that big game against the Chiefs. Herbert looked real good last week.
Mm-hmm.
The receiving core looked real good for the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense stayed in check and played pretty damn good against the Chiefs and Mahomes.
Yep.
So I say that. I know the Raiders played the Patriots last week.
Yeah.
Jetty looked good. Jacoby Myers looked good. I know Brock Bowers playing with a knee injury.
Yeah, he was hurt in that game.
And Gino did pretty good.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But I got the Chargers here.
I'm going to pick the Chargers as well, too. I'm hoping that this is not a fluke, and I'm hoping they don't charger this game, and I would like to see them get to a fast start. Not a fast start, but I would like to see consistency with the Chargers. I don't want it to be as same old Chargers, same old Chargers. So I will take the Chargers in this one. I can see Herbert doing it with his legs, going to the air to Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen and Amari and Hampton. And I can see that defense getting to Geno, too. So I will take the LA Chargers in this one. Where is it? Okay, they have the Chargers 3.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Chargers cover.
Yeah, I say the Chargers cover that 3.5. Over under 46.
I'm going to go over 46.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in that one as well, too. So before we end, what games are you looking forward to, Joe?
Looking forward to the Eagles-Chiefs game,
Okay.
of course. Also looking forward to the Bears-Lions game.
Okay.
The Bills and the Jets.
Yep.
I guess Denver, Indianapolis.
Okay.
And like we said, Atlanta, Minnesota.
Yeah, because like I said, that's a sleeper good game. Like I said, when the schedule came out, I thought that was going to be a bad game at first. But then when you looked how Penix and JJ did, it's like, oh my God, this is going to be a sleeper good Sunday night game.
Yeah, it should be good. That should definitely be a good game Sunday night.
The games I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, Tampa Bay, Houston, that one as well.
Yeah. So games I'm looking forward to besides Buffalo and New York is going to be a good one. My team against the Giants. Others, Chicago and Detroit's a really good one I want to watch. I'll say Jacksonville, Cincinnati is going to be a good one. I want to see if Cincinnati can maintain this momentum here. I know it's only one game. Can they keep it up? 4 o'clock I'm looking forward to is the Eagles and the Chiefs. And speaking of, because it's the Eagles and the Chiefs, for those at full, since we're going to have a bunch of Eagles fans, I think you don't have to watch Baywatch this time, but once next week, then start preparing for Baywatch again when it's Smurfs Chiefs on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, man, can't go wrong with Baywatch.
No, you can't. No, you can't. But I know it's the Eagles, and I think that's where one instance I don't think, even if Taylor was there, but you got more Eagles fans, they're going to be watching. I think Baywatch might be a little bit not being watched this time at Fuller's this week. Because it's Philadelphia, that's why. Nothing against Baywatch, and I did like Baywatch back in the day. And I know as last year when we did, before I went to Full Gear, which AEW/WWE should be in the Baywatch bathing suit. Yes, folks, we will do it again before I go to Full Gear again.
Sounds pretty good, man. And you can never go wrong with the Baywatch.
No. So I'm looking forward to that game. Yep. I'm looking forward to that game and also the Sleeper Sunday night game and the 2 Monday night games. So, it's almost about that time before we end. It's time for kickoff! Well, hold up, let me do it again. Well, it's just been enough time for talk. It's time for kickoff! I'm Dave Walker with Joe Law, and we'll see you on the field, everybody. Good night.
Good day, good sports.
Later, guys.
All right, later, man.
Yep, and the Phillies are still up, I think.
They're up 6-4.
All right. I'll see you around, Joe.
All right, take care, Walker.
You too, man.
Later.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, let me call on Doc because she called me because I said, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aunt Doc. Thank you for the birthday wish. It was just, I was doing my football podcast when you called, and I was like, ugh, I can't put you on air. It's, I can't pause, and I can't put you on the air. Because you're going to get on the air, and I can't put you on the air. Ooh, crap.